Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna be doing a pick a card video. I'll insert like time steps, but I wanted to explain like the group. So the first group is gonna be like ancestor spirits and your ancestors guide. It's all guide messages. It's basically whatever you need to hear right now at this very moment. And today is the 11/11, November 11th portal during a 5 year. And like earlier, I did like a breakdown, and I was saying like today is like the doorway to change. So whatever you've been like wishing for or wanting to happen, if you step through the doorway, meaning you let go of what doesn't need to be in your life anymore and to just go forward with the things that you actually want, and things will change. So anyways, we have 3 piles. So the first one is ancestral guides, and then the second one is more like ethereal, moon, lunar type energy or guides. And then the third one is Egyptian guides or gods. I meant to say guides, but gods. So whatever wants to come through is whatever message you need to hear right now. So I got 3 decks for each pal, and then I'm gonna also pull from the Fortuna Tarot. Isis Fortuna or Fortuna Major, the goddess of fortune, basically. Anyway, so now here is the 3 decks. This is 1, 2, 3. Well, 3 pals. I said decks. 3 pals. 1, 2, 3. Please, intuitively choose. Do not just go based off the decks or, the stones or whatever. Intuitively ask your guides to connect you to your highest spirit, and to any guides that want to come through and give you a message at this time for things that you would like to hear or need to hear at this time. And I will see you at your pile. Okay, so pile number 1, this is, if you chose the rose quartz, raw rose quartz, this is your reading. So today we're going to be asking any guides of pile number 1 who would like to come through, ancestral spirits, guides, ancestral, who would like to come through and let pile number 1 know what do they need to hear right now on this 11/11 gateway. What do they need to know, need to hear right now? This is pile number 1. Okay, so, well, they're sticking together. It's 2 cards. Okay, I'm going to just choose one more. I was only going to do 3, but I think I'm going to choose one more. Yep. Okay. And then we're going to move on to the... I'm going to pull these. So, right off the bat, I'm seeing that stability is coming in. I'm thinking like with these people in the background, it feels like they're waving you through this, I'm gonna say portal or gateway. or this doorway. And this looks like 11:11. So they're waving you through. And all you have to do is accept your uniqueness or have faith in yourself. Because look, he's in the desert about to walk with this like crazy outfit on and just figure it out, I guess. But the tower is, you're probably afraid because the tower, like it was sticking to this card. So it's probably you were afraid to do this because you feel like the changes are going to be too catastrophic. You're going to lose the perspective you already had with people. I am sorry about that, pal number one. But yeah, like I was saying, you're gonna lose like your crown or who people already thought you were. Like you, and that's a good thing, honestly, because it wasn't who you really was. Like these changes that are happening are happening because you're able now to build up your structures or restructure or put things in place that actually are, you know, not a shadow version of you, but actually are you completely. So I'm gonna go to this deck. This is the Shaman Tarot deck. For some reason, when I think of like ancestral spirits, I always think of like indigenous, like African type, like the ancestors. Things are more, how do I say, like shamanistic, healing, drums, like more earthly focused and grounded because they were once human and they had a human body. So, and maybe you are, you know, a shaman or have those type of unique qualities to you of healing, or you're just unique in the things that you like to do. Ooh, get that card. Not all those. Like I said, like ancestral spirits, to me, it's like heavy symbolism, or heavy like even though they show you a cat, it doesn't necessarily mean a cat. It could mean like, oh, magic is coming in or something like that, or okay, so for what I'm seeing in the Shaman Tarot, I usually like to read these. So this card is cutting the deck. And she's like doing some type of ritual in the forest, but she like badass with it. She got a wolf with her. Wolves symbolize angels to me. She got a snake. She got one of those the bowls for throwing bones. So she know what she doing. Like it's not a matter that you don't know what you're doing. It's just that you're super unique with what you're doing. And you're afraid that people won't accept it, you know, the way you do it. Like, because your heart was broken in the past from like doing things, you know, that you thought were right. But you have like more help now. Now you understand that you need spirit's help to bring in certain energies Like I heard this quote one day, I was like thinking, and like one of my guys probably came through and was saying like, um, sometimes, humans, we can get things done faster than, our guides can or spirit can. But sometimes it requires like, sometimes our ancestors can't do things, can't do certain things, and it requires the interference of a guide. Um, take it how that resonates, don't, read too much into it if it doesn't, sit right with you. And like, this is like Native Americans doing like example, like the rain dance, or it's a lot of fire, so probably like a fire dance or a sun dance. Like they raise up dancing, immediately takes you out of this physical world and puts you right into the spiritual world, because you're in like a in-between zone. Because when you're dancing, you just feeling, you're not necessarily like trying to be like, oh, logical or in your head, or like anything like that. So like the ego probably symbolizes like leadership, loyalty, flying above. The third eye, because the horse eye, whether left or right, or it could be a symbol from God, type energy. So basically, I would say like this: your power is just saying that you have to incorporate your spirituality into whatever you're doing, even if it's something that you've already done before, or it's something that that's secular or mainstream, um, or it goes against the mainstream. Um, just be comfortable in the things that you're doing, or that you feel like you should be doing, and consult your ancestor spirits, consult your guides. That's what they're there for. If you feel uncomfortable with something, like, ask them to give you protection, or ask them to give you a clear sign of as to if you should be doing it, or why you should be doing it, or how you should go about it, like, and they will come through, they will give you a message. Okay, so this is the Ancestor Oracle Spirits deck, and I'm gonna pull a few cards from here, or whatever comes out, and I may read from the book, because I like this deck, like, description. Most of the decks I don't really be liking the descriptions, but this one I really like it. I want to get more like ancestral focused decks, or like angel, because I feel like your ancestors can also be angels, because like, you gotta think about it. Once you lose the body, you gain your wisdom that you already knew from previous lifetimes, or even from this lifetime, that lifetime, or whatever. You gain all that wisdom back, because you no longer have the limitations of a body or being in the physical realm. So with that being said, your ancestors, they could already have been like angels, or high ranking spirits on different councils or in different universes and stuff. And like, them dying and becoming, them dying, relegated them back to their high level position, and they can help you in your lifetime. So sometimes they come through, and the way our ancestors like communicate with us is very different from other spirits, because they were human once, so they understand like the easiest way to contact you is through another person, or like through a symbol that's easy to see, like an animal, or like, what else, like number sequence. Not saying that gods or other spirits, most of the times, like other spirit deities, like high level deities and gods and stuff, when they contact me, they always like, they literally talk. I don't even know how else to say that. It's like I can hear their voice in my head. Or if they're too high or too far from earth, they communicate through subtleties, probably like through my dreams or something. But the message is usually clear because they'll show like a color or something like that. Or they'll show you a vision. But most of the times our ancestor spirits, they can talk too, you know, because sometimes they come through and I done heard them make jokes, like like jokes about people in the room that you in. It's just funny. But yeah, so okay, so right now, like I said, like we've been talking about, you're at a crossroads. All you have to do is go through the door and you have enough skill. You keep thinking you're unprepared or you got to work some more. Maybe you will encounter challenges where you think like, oh, I got to, you know, regroup and figure this part out. But you actually the teacher. It's other people around you that need your, you know, expertise and everything. So you holding yourself back and like, oh, I need to go be in school. You could do both at the same time, you know, work on your skills as well as teach other people. And then yeah, my throat is like really feeling tight. So it's like your expression is probably having some issues right now. So take the time out to rest and like, you know, do your self-care, self-love regimen to get yourself back on, you know, on balance, on GP, on whatever. And then I think I'm gonna read this one. This is the one I'm gonna read because I did say I was gonna read, but ooh. Okay, so back to basic. Ancestor speaks. Your life has been so busy lately, but now it's time to stop rushing. Center yourself and look at simplifying your life. Consider realigning with the basics and connecting with the essentials. Do you need all the material things in your life? Are they fulfilling you or taking up room and using excess energy? Can you downsize, simplify, and donate or get rid of items you don't need or use? This card may indicate travel or moving home. So the divinatory meaning is slow down. You do not need to be racing around trying to keep up with the newest trends, products, or what your friends and family have. Remember what is important to you. This card is a reminder to appreciate the simple things. It may be time to declutter your home, your routine, your lifestyle, or your headspace. You know what's crazy? Before I start this reading, I was like thinking in my head, like, ooh, I got too much stuff. And like, but I was thinking in my head, I'm like, no, I don't. Like, everything that I have right now, I was intentional about, you know, purchasing. Especially because, I don't know, I used to have this like obsession with everything in my house had to be of use or it couldn't, you know, be there. And this is the last card, I think. Tune in and connect. Nonverbal communication. Oh my God, we were just talking about communication. And they do also communicate through your intuition. Messages, like your ancestors, they will come through with messages. That is perfect. They will come, like we were just talking about that. I didn't even realize, like, they will come through with messages. Oh my God, Pound Number One, I'm so sorry this keeps getting interrupted. Like, I'm not trying to do that on purpose. But that was like an alarm though for lunchtime. Like that's the way I keep myself organized. Maybe that's something that you can incorporate. Like I just do like the main things that I need to remember. So like going for my walks or taking doctor's appointments, things like that. Something where I won't be like feeling weird about. But that concludes your reading for today. Please comment, like, tell me down below which pal you chose, if you chose pal number 1. Please check out my description box for any important information, and if you would like to book a reading, please email me below. The email below is Michelle Hodge at iCloud.com. Eventually I'll have a more professional email. But that one, no, you know what? It's michelleh210@gmail.com. God. Whatever. Okay, pile number 2. If you chose the rainbow titanium cluster, this is your reading. Look at that. I thought this was so pretty when I first got it. Excuse me. I think I'm gonna start with the Work Your Light. This group, this is my light worker, starseed, ethereal, mermaid type girls, guys, energies, like really just like into the emotions, lunar, like crystals and fairies, frolicking in nature, like childlike, playful energy. Like I'm just smiling. I think the first group was so serious. Like this group is like super playful, like starseeds, the sweetest, like kindest, like high-pitched voice, like so cute and calm, and the light workers. Please give us a message for group 2. What do group 2 need to hear right now? What do they need to hear right now during this 11/11 gateway? Okay, we're gonna go with those 4. Oh my gosh. So I pulled play. So this is the lighthearted, like, you guys are lighthearted and the sweetest people ever. Like starseeds, light workers. Oh my gosh. Like I recently kind of like got into like starseeds and like understanding that my energy may be from like Pleiadian, Orion type, Arcturian energy. And I'm kind of intrigued by it, super intrigued. But because I keep having these dreams, they're like, this is not about me, but I just want to say this. My dreams, like I just remember one dream I had, and I think I was either in a past life or this was just a dream. I went there or something, but I have like a connection to Lyran, which is the feline race, because I had this dream about this like cat and looked like one of them big husky dogs. Like it was that huge, like I could ride it like a horse. And I mean tigers and stuff, they already huge, but I mean like this was like one of them big husky type dogs, like huge, and it was like brown orange fur. It was like the weirdest color, and it had these eyes. They were like turquoise, like this color, like this turquoise, like glassy turquoise with like flakes of gold flakes in her and stuff. And I'm just like, and I just like woke up out that dream. I'm just like, what the fuck? And I could have sworn like the cat was talking to me before I like woke up, because I was having a conversation. It's crazy. I was just like, what in the world was that dream? Anyway, so obviously you're a light worker or a starseed. But you're ancient keepers of the earth. So you were probably here in the beginning. No, this is like, you're like a starseed that's from Earth. How do I say that? Like you're the keepers. You're like the original keepers of the earth. Like you understand the elements, and like you're one of those people that feel good when you go around water and like in nature, and like everyone else is sad when it's raining, but you're so happy because you feel like you go play. And like maybe you've been like super serious as of late, or you know, because you had to grow up or something, or people been telling you your whole life, you gotta grow up, you can't do that, you like, you know how like I remember growing up, and I would tell people like, oh, I want to be a fashion designer when I grow up. And like most people didn't even know what that was. They was like, a fashion designer, what do they do, what is that, so I would have to explain to them what a fashion designer was, or they would just be like, you're not gonna make any money at that. I'm like, money? What does that have to do with me being a fashion designer, or going, like, you supposed to be encouraging me, like, to say like, oh, that's interesting, like I can't wait to see you do that. Like I remember like kids would say stupid stuff like, no, it's not stupid, but that type of energy is what I'm feeling. Like somebody probably told you like, you need to stop playing, or stop playing those games, or stop always having your heads in the cloud drawing, or you know, you need to do more practical things with your life. And you know, okay, that makes, you know, that's cool and all, and it makes sense. People are right, you know, we do have to, you know, maintain and survive, but everything, but you don't have to do it from a lack place. If you want to go after your dreams, things that you want to do, whether it's, you know, I'm seeing like somebody teaching children, and like they have a unique way of teaching children. Like instead of being in a classroom all the time, they take them out, you know, on mini field trips to like the forest and show them things in the forest. Or like I'm just getting like this vibe of like playing like fairies, and you know, somehow you want to incorporate all that fairy and like that energy, that playfulness into what you're doing. Like whether it's making candles, like you can synthesize that energy into something that's practical. You really can. Like share your voice is telling me that you can come out of that hiddenness about you, and like share that part of you, even if it's through your hair or your jewelry or your clothes and stuff, and you still, you know, like still have like practical means of making money, and you know, handling, paying your bills and everything like that. Like I'm thinking about, like if I'm thinking about like a shirt. I'm laughing because I'm thinking about this girl I used to follow on YouTube, whatever, and she used to talk about like, if you wanted to like, if you want to have the life you want to live, and you know, oh, I'm not that good about like money and like finances and keeping up with bills and stuff like that, like, well then you create that life. Like find a man that wants a woman, you know, that they want to take care of. Like, they want to pay the bills, they want to do those things. I'm not saying, go do this, but I'm just saying, like, it could be as simple as that. But of course, make sure y'all, love each other and like it's copacetic and he actually wants to do that. Don't force nobody to do shit. But yeah, so you should be sharing your voice because it's so sweet and playful and it's something refreshing that this world needs. Like, oh my gosh, so sweet. And so this play is probably telling you, like, take a break, whatever you're trying to figure out and do with your life. And you know what? I think I'm going to read that one. So, take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. It's okay to take a break and enjoy your creations, to take a moment from your busy schedule to get off the treadmill of life, to appreciate and acknowledge all that you have created, achieved, released, or experienced before rushing on to the next thing, to be in the moment and enjoy where you are, to take a breath and regather your mind, body, and spirit, to recalibrate and appreciate and celebrate, to decide on what you really want to experience next. If you take a moment, you are not going to miss out. Perhaps you have just completed a big project, manifested something significant in your life, released an old way of being, or just been burning the candle at both ends. Now is the time to take some time out before rushing on to the next thing. You did it. Enjoy yourself and recalibrate. Go on vacation, book a massage, take long walks in nature, go away for a rejuvenating weekend to recharge and replenish. So I'm not saying that. I think this is your life. Like, your life has been because of what people have told you, that you got to be more serious, you got to grow up, you got to stop playing, you got to do something more practical. You listened to that because you thought, oh, maybe they're right, I'm supposed to be more responsible or whatever. And really, you were right all along. You were supposed to be playful and cheerful and happy and wanting to, frolic in nature and deal with fairies and dye your hair blue tomorrow and come back pink the next week. Like, you're supposed to be that energy because that energy is infectious and new, and like, it's, as long as you can learn how to not bottle it up to where it like pops after so much pressure. That's why I was probably saying take a break, or you can make plans, make ways in your life where, like, oh, if you're a teacher, you take your children on field trips every Friday. It may not be like a official field trip where you gotta get on a bus or anything, but walk down to the neighbor park or whatever or something, or walk down to the pond or something. Like, you create moments for you to play in a practical way. So it's like you're still, working in a job, but you work with children, and children love to play. So why don't you incorporate into your teaching, play? Like, it could be every Friday, like, especially if you got a cool school, like a cool principal or whatever, and they like down for it, and you can frame it like, oh, it's an educational thing. Like, we're in this section, we're talking about I don't know, frogs or something. And so I wanted to show them like real frogs, and wanted to see if we could catch a frog nest. Like, so we have to, kind of go to a pond every Friday or something. Just frame it the right way, because I understand, everybody we have to work, we got kids, we got things that we have to do, we need money. So don't feel ashamed of who you are. Like, still wear your jewelry, still dye your hair. Like, girl, that stuff, that is infectious. Like, people want that type of energy in their life. So I'm gonna get like a moonology oracle. Okay. Yeah, like you like La Luna, like, oh, you might be Hispanic. A La Luna type, um, I just see like brisk fall, like you like decorating for each season and changing. Like, yeah, like you like really big on aesthetics, and you love everything to have an aesthetic in your life, even if it's down to the pen you use every day. Like, you're very intentional about the things that you do, how you put forth your effort. Just be intentional about, being your most authentic self, but like within the realms of your life, maybe you're not completely ready to change over to some different lifestyle, and that's okay. I understand that. But you can, like I said, you can incorporate those things um, in practical, very, very practical ways. Even if you start a candle business and you got fairy candles, or they're decorated really, eclectically, um, so they mirror your aesthetic or your energy. So, pull 3 cards. A new start is coming, new moon. Don't let your past hold you back, and a new romantic cycle begins. So, this is basically saying that you have a new start coming, period. It's just that your past probably was holding you back, which is, it's cool, this time, this transitional period, because this is the gateway day. I think this new romantic cycle is like a new self-love cycle. Like, you have more love, or more respect for yourself, and you feel more at peace with who you are, and the eccentricities of maybe your eccentricities, you're getting more accepting of them in your external appearance or in your life, but it may not be completely all the way internally, but it's like it's a start. It's a new beginning. It's a start. You're learning, like you're learning not to feel so weird when people talk about the way you look or the way you personify yourself. You understand that it's just they're limited, or not limited, but it's just their scope on life that doesn't see the beauty in what you have going on. Or maybe they see the beauty, or they feel like, oh, I can never do that. But when it's not about them, like, no one cares that you can't do it. Like, so what? It's about me, and I'm doing it, so that means it could be done. This is like one of my favorite decks. The Prism Oracle deck. Hold on. I have a toddler, and he's always in everything. So, but anyways, I wanted to pull like some color cards. Like, if it behooves me, I may read from the book, but I don't feel like I need to. I think I'm just gonna anyway, so Spirit, Ethereal, Star Seeds, Pleiadian, Arcturian, Orion, Lightworker, Spirit Guides, please provide a message for pile number 2, right now. In regards to their chakras, yeah, that's another thing. Like, you're really into, like, I think I might just leave these into chakras, because they're just like out. Chakras and crystals and like consciousness. So you might have went through a deep like illumination, like energetic upgrade, consciousness upgrade, that aligns with your passions. You might have went through that recently. So right now I'm seeing like the root, of course, and solar plexus. And this is still red, but it's like an orange tint, so it may be sacral. In the consciousness, I feel more like the third eye, maybe. But for sure, you know how to do it. Whatever you're trying to do, you're grounded in it and you really want to do it. It's just you need the energy or the creativity to back it up. Which all that is just you accepting your unique, your, how do I say it? Your playfulness, your creative juices, your energy, the way you would attack said passion or problem. Like I said with the candles, like it's not like you creating something new. Like a candle is already out here. There's already teachers out here. You just approach it differently than others. Like you're into fairies and all this stuff, or you like crystals. So if you would do a candle, you would probably put a bunch of crystals in it. Or you like herbs, and if you would do a candle, you would probably put herbs in your candles. Or you like more natural, woody, natural scents, so your scents will probably be more oil based and herb based, and not necessarily like a processed scent that was created. So pile number 2, that concludes your reading for today. Please comment down below which pile you chose, if you chose pile number 2. And please let me know if you're a star seed or a light worker. I would love to know, because I'm like starting to like research that and like really get into it, and I would really enjoy it because it kind of like it's making me make sense about a lot of things about myself. And girl, I just want to connect. Like the seers and star seeds, we need to know each other. But if you would like to book a reading with me, please email me. Look in the description box for the email below. And I will see you next time. Thank you for coming by. Goodbye. Ooh, okay, last but not least, pile number 3. Okay, so this has become my favorite like symbol. I don't know if you know what this is. The seed of life symbol. This is an organized pyramid. It's supposed to raise the vibration of any environment it's in. But yeah, so you guys must have, I'm sorry, you guys must have ancient Egyptian ancestors or guides or deities that you work with, which I'm all with y'all. I'm with y'all. Like, let's see what your Egyptian or gods have to say for pile number 3 at this time. What do they need to know right now at this time? This is a Thought Tarot deck. Like, this deck, you gotta, like, understand alchemy and, like, really get symbolism, because it's not necessarily about, like, earthly. It's not, like, as close to earth. I call it as close to earth as, like, the Rider-Waite or other tarot decks. Wow. Okay. Okay, so, well, like, in this deck, the 10 of disc or 10, it's, okay, it's similar. So it's like the 10 of cups. This would be like cornucopia to me, or satiety, or satiety is more like being satisfied. And this is Mars in Pisces, which is not a good combination, but it's emotional fulfillment as well as, you know, along with your ego, success, leadership, your life purpose. So you will have success. And this diagram is the diagram of the Tree of Life. But the Princess of Wands, so it's like your inner feminine, masculine or feminine, masculine or female or male. Inner feminine is being boistered at this time. It's being healed. So I'm here. Like your ancestor, your God's spirit has something to do with it. They're pushing this forward. Let me go on to this deck. So, I guess you're going back, like, because you're in your Empress energy. Big dogs. I was, in my head, I kept hearing, like, big dog status. Like, big dog status. And, like, this is cutting out the things from your early childhood or your inner child, your inner feminine. So your intuition, whatever was blocking you in those times is being removed. This feels like a chakra story. So maybe this is you. Like, you're connecting, you're conquering your inner demons, your inner struggles, and hold on, removing or cutting it out mentally, like you're having the maturity, because it's the King of Swords, the mature mind to remove the things that are blocking your cornucopia, because you have success and wealth, or like it's the potential is already there. It's just your cornucopia, or the, oh, I'm fulfilled, or I'm walking in my purpose. That energy is, that point is being delayed because there's certain things from your within you that are mental blockages. It's not necessarily like someone's doing something, maybe it is coming up as like others outside of you causing these issues, but they're just being a mirror to you to show you something is like something's not right within, something's not right within, because stability wants to come in as far as your earthly goes, and your spiritual, your spirit guides, they want to help you with this. So it's just you have to go through to get through sometimes. And maybe, let me see, this is the Isis Oracle deck. Yeah, like in my head, I was just saying, like, I trust my intuition. My intuition is always correct. So maybe you've had like issues with intuition and believing that you may not be right. But yes, you are. You're right. This pillar of light, descent of star. Let me put this up. This card. This is reminding me of this story that I was just reading in Serious Mystery. I might go grab it in a second. Let me see if any more cards will come out. You know what I was just thinking about? Like, me getting to this point, like, where I'm just actually on camera, like, shuffling cards. I was just thinking about how long it took me to get here. It would probably seem like short to other people, but like to really take myself seriously as a reader and everything, like it took me a minute, and like it took me a lot of, you know, studying and reading and hard work to get to this point. And I wouldn't take it back for anything, but it just like, of course I wish, you know, I could have just like from the beginning had faith in myself, or had patience, or, you know, let myself, you know, be from the beginning, or stood my power from the beginning. Like, oh, that would have been so nice, but you know, things don't work like that, and it's okay. We dealt certain cards, and you know, in life and everything, and those cards are the cards that, you know, will make us super successful. Lady of the Stars, yes, like Priestess of Sirius. You might be a priestess of Sirius, or you might have some relation to Sirius. All these like decks have been like like the last deck was like starseed type energy. This was all like, I think it's all been like starseed, rainbow children type energy. Temple of Obsidian Black, the Dark Healing Chamber. So yeah, like I said, so you taking the maturity, you know, within yourself to go like deep. Sorry about the sun. I know the light just changed. To release the inner blockages to your intuition, which probably could have happened in your earlier life. What the? Whew, I'm sorry, y'all. Like, they doing so much construction. But the Temple of Black Obsidian. So obsidian, to me, which this pyramid is obsidian. That's crazy, and it's a triangle on here. Oh my gosh. So maybe you want to get like obsidian like pyramid. They're supposed to reverse the energy from negative to positive, but then it also helps with manifestation. So like if you're manifesting something or working on something within yourself, like you're trying to you want to release like I was saying, release the blockages to your intuition from like a childhood experience. You don't want others' energies interfering because you in like a, let's call it a weakened state or a more open state. And Obsidian has the ability to, the wearer, like if it's on your person, it has the ability to block negative energies or forces from other people, and also transform your negative energy into positive energy as well. So you might want to look into Obsidian if you feel called to do that. But you got the power. I just heard, I got the power. You got the power. You do. You got the power. You a lady of the stars like you do. I'm gonna go grab. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go grab this serious. Okay. I was reading. This story about Satis. You might want to look into this book, Serious Mystery. Maybe that's what's, coming through. Like, you might have some type of connection to Sirius. I'm trying to find it. I was just reading it. It's like, it was actually talking about Satis, the goddess of Sirius, and her descent to Earth, or descent. It is not popping up. Maybe it's not for me to share with you, which is totally fine. Okay, maybe it's not for me to share, but this is a good book, The Serious Mystery. You might get something out of this. Yeah. So I'm gonna read that from the book then. Maybe that's what I need to read. Lady of the Stars, Priestess of Sirius. Sirius is a celestial goddess, a star of unconditional love and wisdom, and an extremely high vibration. It brings deep soul awakening, spiritual gifts, and a high capacity for divine service. Lady of the Stars is also an empowerment of all other oracles in this deck. She tells you to pay attention because something significant is taking place right now. Sirian energy takes the inner path and the spiritual healing journey into a whole new stratosphere. Oh my God, I was saying that this was feeling more inner instead of external, like you doing some inner work. It is wise, ancient, and extremely high vibrational energy. It takes a certain level of soul evolution to be able to consciously register Sirian light and transmit it on this planet. The heart in question must be able to consciously cultivate unconditional love for it to occur. However, we can still receive Sirian light and healing assistance even if we are still learning to more consistently come from unconditional love. We will feel it more and more strongly as we grow spiritually, but even in our learning phase, we can open our hearts to this divine celestial goddess and allow her through her priestess, Lady Isis, to bless us with genuine spiritual gifts. Goddess Sirius, through her, I just was called to tell you, like, you know how people refer to the earth as a goddess or Gaia, um, like a spiritual consciousness, as a female. This is how you should think of Sirius. Um, that's how you can correlate what Sirius is. Goddess Sirius, through her priestess Lady Isis, is reaching to you now. She has offering of great spiritual support and a message that there is something significant that you need to be aware of in your life right now. 2. Accepting celestial assistance and unconditional love of Sirius will help you now. To receive the assistance, you can choose to surrender into your heart and allow divine love to infuse and heal, direct, and unfold all aspects of your life and growth. It is a total trust and surrender with absolute faith that even unexpected twists and turns will be leading you in the best direction. Advanced souls are capable of feeling and receiving the high vibrational love from the Sirian star system more consciously and consistently. It can come to feel like a perpetual spiritual sun above the crown of your head, nourishing you with light at all times, causing your own soul light to grow brighter. As you surrender into your heart, your soul light will feel more and more palatable to you. The gifts of Sirius flow into the soul like a cup receiving divine nectar. The more aware and connected you are to your soul, the more conscious you will be in recognizing the blessed effects of Sirian light in your life. The priestess Lady Isis wishes to help your soul connect with Sirius and you to connect with your soul so that the full blessing of the celestial star goddess can nourish and transform your life, allowing its course to run true to your real and genuine divine passions. Even if you aren't sure what those passions are as yet, your soul knows, and Sirian energy helps your soul to be itself on this planet. The Oracle of the Lady of the Stars is also an empowerment. It enhances, amplifies, and strengthens any other oracle that you draw immediately before or after it. It is a call to pay special attention to the card next to it, and you are guided that you will grow greatly through the lesson or learning specified in any oracle next to it. You are also guided that when the Lady of the Stars appears around any other oracle, there will be blessing of divine grace in forms including but not limited to assistance, miracles, healing, and help in mastering the lessons of any oracle you pull immediately before or after the Lady of the Stars appears. If the card appears on her own, know that it is a special blessing for you soon to be revealed. Like I said, you do have lessons coming in. You might want to do this prayer. I'm just going to put it up to the screen so you can screenshot it. Let me see. Okay. Or it's an incantation. I'm looking for the Pillar of Light card, just in case. Anyways, anything that you're working on now, which is most likely something that's internal that you're working on, keep going because you stand to have a really, really huge payoff. Now I'm thinking that this is coming. Like, you have, like, it's like a map. Whenever I do my inner spiritual work on myself, I understand that, like, some things Like, you know how you're playing a game and like they'll have certain parts locked up, like, oh, you can't click on this, it's locked or whatever. You gotta go win these 2 levels. It's like the same thing with our life and our spiritual journey. Like, we can't necessarily, we don't win. We have, the basics or whatever, and we can see in the distance the things that are to come, but those things aren't, here yet in our possession. They're not unlocked. They're like, faded. Like, we can click on it and see it, but we can't, use it yet, because it's certain things that we still have to contend to before we can move on, and get those things, right? So just keep going with the healing. I would say definitely get your obsidian. If you want to get your obsidian pyramid, these are the Oregon pyramids. I would say get one. I think when I got this, I did notice a change in my environment. I got like 3 of them. I do a lot of other, work and everything, so I couldn't really say like, oh, it was the pyramid that changed everything. But I would say like I did see a change. I think that was at the time I started wearing like I had like a bunch of these bracelets, and I was wearing them all the time. I always carry crystals and everything. I always had crystals, but I wasn't wearing them like as much as I do now. So like maybe that's something you gotta look into. Like maybe crystals will help you kind of mellow out your energy, at least while you're going through, like these drastic changes, because you're doing inner work and you don't really want to get attachments from other spirits on other people, or deal with their negativity coming your way. Maybe it's not intentional, but you know. So I would say look into that. Even if you get a obsidian like necklace or a cluster that you can put into one of those crystal necklaces. But pile number 3, that concludes your reading. I am so thankful for you coming and trusting me to be your reader. Please comment down below and let me know if you chose pile number 3. And I will see you in the next pick a card or the next video, period. If you're interested, I have other videos, I have vlogs, I have spiritual content, like just talking about my journey and the things that I've been through. I don't have a set schedule as far as like videos, how often I'm gonna do them. Like I said, I have a toddler, so it's kind of like my life is centered around him, so I have to figure that out. But for now, this concludes your reading. Thank you again. Thank you to your spirit guides, my spirit guides, the higher deities, the higher realm spirit ancestors, for coming through and delivering these messages and helping me. And I'm thankful that I can be a channel for you to receive these messages. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video. Goodbye.